To have and to hold from this day forward, for better for worse, for richer for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, cherish, and to obey, till death us do part. Book of Common Prayers. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. Bible. The secret of a happy marriage remains a secret. Henny Youngman. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell, it is simply purgatory. Abraham Lincoln. It is not good that the man should be alone. Bible. I learnt a long time ago that the only people who count in any marriage the two they are in it. Hillary Clinton. There is so little difference between husbands you might as well keep the first. Adela Rogers St. John. An archaeologist is the best husband a woman can have. The older she gets, the more interested he is in her. Agatha Christie. If you want to read about love and marriage, you've got to buy 2 separate books. Alan King. So heavy is the chain of wedlock that it needs 2 to carry it, and sometimes 3. Alexander Dumas. Marriage, N, the state or condition of a community consisting of a master, a mistress, and 2 slaves, making, in all, 2. Ambrose Bierce. Marriage is not a ritual or an end. It is a long, intricate, intimate dance together, and nothing matters more than your own sense of balance and your choice of partner. Amy Bloom. A happy marriage is a long conversation which always seems too short. André Maurois. Heaven will be no heaven to me if I do not meet my wife there. Andrew Jackson. My wife is the most wonderful woman in the world, and that's not just my opinion, it's hers. Anonymous. There are no perfect people, except, of course, my wife's first husband. Anonymous. Man's best possession is a sympathetic wife. Euripides. Marriage is popular because it combines the maximum of temptations with the maximum of opportunity. George Bernard Shaw. When my wife was asked, "Do you take this man for richer or poorer?" she answered, "For richer." Anonymous. Wives are young men's mistresses, companions for middle age, and old men's nurses. Francis Bacon. Being a husband is a whole-time job. That is why so many husbands fail. They cannot give their entire attention to it. Arnold Bennett. Oh, how many torments lie in the small circle of a wedding ring. Kali Sieber. Marriage is a romance in which the hero dies in the first chapter. Anonymous. In the darkest night of a miserable marriage there is always a flickering light. If you focus on that light, it will eventually flood the room. Gary Chapman. A series of positive actions hold the potential for turning the tide of a troubled marriage. Gary Chapman. Love is the most powerful weapon for good in the world and desperate marriages. Gary Chapman. I realize now that life is short, and we are very foolish if we don't keep a balance between work and family. If in trying to be a success, you lose your wife and family, you've lost it all. Gary Chapman. A husband always prefers his wife's mother-in-law to his own. Anonymous. A family is a place where minds come in contact with one another. If these minds love one another, the home will be as beautiful as a flower garden. But if these minds get out of harmony with one another, it is like a storm that plays havoc with the garden. Buddha. With fools, there is no companionship. Rather than to live with men who are selfish, vain, quarrelsome, and obstinate, let a man walk alone. Buddha. Love itself is what is left over when being in love is burned away. Louis de Bernière. Love built on beauty, soon as beauty dies. John Donne. There is no disguise which can hide love for long where it exists, or feign it where it does not. Duc de la Rochefoucauld. Love is the triumph of imagination over intelligence. H. L. Mencken. Love consists in this, that 2 solitudes protect and touch and greet each other. Rainer Maria Rilke. No man is truly married until he understands every word his wife is not saying. Anonymous. You don't marry someone you can live with, you marry the person who you cannot live without. Anonymous. A man and a woman marry because both of them don't know what to do with themselves. Anton Chekhov. It is better for a woman to marry a man who loves her than a man she loves. Arab proverb. I married the first man I ever kissed. When I tell this to my children, they just about throw up. Barbara Bush. Where there's marriage without love, there will be love without marriage. Benjamin Franklin. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. Benjamin Franklin. Marriage is a lottery in which men stake their liberty, and women their happiness. Madame Virginie de Rieu. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. Bible. Marriage is a great institution, and no family should be without it. Channing Pollock. Married couples who love each other tell each other 1,000 things without talking. Chinese proverb. A deaf husband and a blind wife are always a happy couple. Danish proverb. Love is the dawn of marriage, and marriage is the sunset of love. French proverb. Any married man should forget his mistakes, no use two people remembering the same thing. Dwayne Daywell. To marry once is a duty, twice a folly, thrice is madness. Dutch proverb. A man should be taller, older, heavier, uglier and hoarser than his wife. Edgar Watson Howe. Polygamy, an endeavor to get more out of life than there is in it. Elbert Hubbard. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment below and subscribe to my channel. Also, check out my other videos about growing your relationships and health. Thanks for your time.